Welcome back. I say as if someone's actually watching. But in any case, hi, if you do happen to be watching. Let us come back to our lovely code. So I actually let this run for a little bit of time just so we can truly picture the couple of things that with the code that we're currently running, you can see where some obvious problems are. So obviously the point of this is that we wanted to see basically what the story of Cookie Clicker is. That's the entire point, because I don't want to sit around and click on Cookie Clicker myself. And even though I can data mine it, that's just not in the heart of clicking cookies. But based on the way that we wrote the code, once you start buying grandmothers, which sounds creepy, don't think about that too hard. But once you start buying grandmothers, they mess things up. The grandmothers are messing things up because you can actually see in this terminal here that this is still printing whatever we told the program to write to the file so that we come back and actually see what the entire story of Cookie Clicker is. And so what we had said before was, even if you buy something, it doesn't go backwards, so we can just compare it to whatever the last line was. But grandmas here are making that a lie because the grandmas are saying, that's a mighty fine thing that you've said there, but what if I start talking in the middle of your story? So now, because the grandma was like, oh, you got some moist cookies, because moist cookies is not the same as people are starting to talk about your cookies, even though we had just said that. Obviously, they didn't end up saving it, or when they compared it to the previous string, it was just not the same. So there are a couple ways to go about this, because obviously I still want it to save the text. That's the entire point of everything. But another thing is, I'm wondering if we want to also save what grandma says, because see, right now she's saying, why don't you visit more often? But the thing I don't know is how they decide what she says, because clearly here she said moist cookies, and then she said we're nice grandmas. So she says and alternates whatever she wants. But I'm thinking, for now, the easiest way to parse through it is that we can just say, hey, anything with quotation marks, that's not a string that you want to save to the story. You can save that to literally anything else. But then, yeah, we'll still have to go backwards and determine whether or not we actually want to save, like, everything that grandmother says. Are we the type of grandchildren that just don't listen to our grandmothers? Actually, now that I'm curious, we should buy a cookie farm, and I'm wondering if the cookie farm also says anything to us, because clearly we haven't gotten that far at this point. So let's see. Grandmas are doing their grandma-y things. Your cookies are talked about for miles around. I wonder if there are any we're nice grandmas. Maybe it's only the grandmas. Maybe the grandmas are the only talkers. But in any case, let us, for now, go back to the code so that we can actually see what it is I'm talking about. So if we go back to not our initialize function, boop, boop, but our read text function. Here, inside of read text, is where we're saying, hey, if this text is not the same as the last text, do. So now what we want to say is basically that the last text has to be the last text that is not in quotation marks, assuming that like nothing else is going to speak to us. I'll just assume that everything is grandmother's. But again, I haven't gotten that far or played that much to know if anything else talks to you. I'm assuming with this cookie farm thing, since the cookie farm's clearly not cookie farming, you know, there's not a person there, unlike the other one, so I can just assume that it's, oh wait, it says news, free range farm. Your cookies are talked about. I got distracted on the other screen that you guys can't see. Yeah. There's also news. Okay. So basically, so far, what we can say is that it comes in 3 varieties. There is the story itself. Then there's, so the Grandma says. And then there's going to be, news. Oh, not in all caps, lowercase. What's it called? Camel case? News. Something. So far, from the 3 upgrades that we have, these are the types of things that come in on the text. Whether or not those are the only things, well, we have to get farther. But right now, that's what we can say. So now what we're going to want to do is edit this function here so that we say, hey, this story, yada yada, blah 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 blah. Also, since we're already doing this, what I want to do, just like we did before where we made our cookie clicking a thread, eventually I want to get this to become its own thread, only for the fact that writing to a file takes really long time. It doesn't necessarily in this context, but it does the longer, the bigger they are. So it's kind of one of those, what's it called? Best practices? Yeah, best practice. We should do best practice because we're learning. And so if we don't hammer it into our heads now, we'll just be crap coders later. Not to say that we aren't already crap coders. We'll just be the crappier coders. Words. English. I speak it, I swear. Okay, so let's go. And yes, that was the sound of me clicking some upgrades because I would like this to go faster. That way, while we're doing things, we can, I can go ahead and see, like, oh, if we get to the next upgrade, is that actually true? So let's see. Brain is doing the dumb brain thing where I can't remember how to implement the thing that I just said. Yes, so if text is not equal to last text. Text is not equal to last text. So, true if exists, false if done. So true if white text. Pure white text, and then false if shifting text, because otherwise, eventually, I'm not going to remember what that means. Okay, so let's see. Text. Take this text from the screen crop. Config. C. Page separator. -- PSM. How did we decide this? How did we decide this? This seems like a thing that we probably just requested of Google. So, we can probably have Google tell us why we did that. So, Google says, here are our PyTesseract options, and we said -C. Oh, well, that didn't help me. Config -C. Let's see. What if we also took the portion of the function that we did? So this PyTesseract image to string, and then that. Stack Overflow is down for maintenance. What? No! This, everything is built on the foundation of us being able to ask Stack Overflow why we're so bad at everything. And man, if we don't have Stack Overflow, we're gonna have a bad time. Any case, --PSM. What does that mean? --PSM. --PSM. Page segmentation mode. 7. Treat an image as a single text line. Cool. Yep, agreed. So we only want the single line of text. Agreed. And then, PSM, we say that the page separators -C bar value. So we said we took the variable page separator. Oh, these aren't in alphabetical order. That would be too easy. Page separator. So that one just seems to let you put whatever you want in there. Yeah. Cool. Okay, got it. Yep, okay. So what we said is that we didn't want that funny symbol at the end of our thing, so we put the page separator as nothing. And then we did our PSM as a single line, and so that's how we did everything. Got it. Okay, I am caught up to where we were when we originally made this function, this whatever, many times ago. So, wow, look how many cookies we have now. Buy some farms. Cool. I don't even, oh. Dude, wow, look at that. It's raining cookies. Cool. Going back. Boop, boop. So, what we are next going to see is if text So if I do something like text 0, 0, is that going to be the first character of the text? We can find out. So if that is equal to this, how do I make the quotation? How do I use the quotations? Is grandma. It grandma. Just for posterity's sake. So that I remember the entire thought process there. But in any case, man, look at them grandmas. Look at them cursors. Wow. Python quotation mark character. How do you just have the quotation mark character? Okay. My string to leave a message. Da, 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 da. Write a program that prints the following. What? Oh, I get it. I get it. I get what's happening here. So, it's saying we want to use that. Nope, don't do that. This. There. So, if this is this, then grandma. So this text is grandma text. Elif. Elif. Da da da. It grandma. Wait, is that not how you do else if? What is an else if in Python? Else if in Python. Python and if statements. Yep. This is an if. That is an elif. It is elif! Why is it mad at me? It's probably mad at me because I said it grandma. Okay, well, let's fix it grandma first. Maybe, story text. Maybe we should initialize something new? We'll make a grandma text. So yeah. We'll do a story text, and then we'll make grandma text. Grandma text. And, don't do that. Oh, okay, and then we'll do a news text. Because, why not? News text. There. So we initialize our first files, and we'll say, grandma.txt and, news.txt. There we go. Dun dun dun. Cool. I have a dumb question. Why is it for this one that I didn't put a global and it still works, but this one I feel like I distinctively remember that like not putting global last text made it not work. I have no idea. In any case, story text. So txt. So we're going to have our grandma text and our news text. We're gonna there. We're gonna do that, and then we'll do a write txt. Boop. Boop. Cool. So, if the first character of text is a quotation mark, it goes into the grandma text. Yep. Then, go back here. Oh, nope, we don't do that. We go back here and we do another elif, and we say text of 0. Wait, so, okay, how do I tell, so, oh, no, not that, wrong one. So how do I know if the words that I'm saying do anything? What am I saying? Words. Words. Why can I not think of words? 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 Oh yeah, I remember now. How do I know if will this actually work? Because I don't know if it'll actually do the first couple characters. Like, is it saying at the beginning of this? Well, actually, I can probably just Google that. That seems easily Googleable. Beginning substring. Python. Check if string is at beginning of other string. Yes. Oh, there's an entire method. Python starts with, who are you? Career karma. Python substring. The first characters in the string are P with index value 0. Yes, I agree with that. Our last character, S, has an index value of 16. I agree. So, print customer name dot starts with J. Our code returns true. Cool. So, matches int with 4242. Cool. We can try this. I mean, what's the worst that could happen? It doesn't work. It's not like we haven't done that before. Dot starts with? Yeah, no, that's not an option. That's not an option. You silly website. It didn't like that. It did not like that. I mean, I guess we could try anyways. What, again, what's the worst that could happen? So starts with okay. Now that we have something that we can test. Oh, and we're also going to have to remember to close all of our nice, happy, cute new functions. So let's do that too while I'm remembering. Yep. Go here. And we're going to just want to close all of these little guys. There we go. We're saving that. Okie dokie. Let us see. Okay. So, going back to the other screen. Let's go to our cookies. Oh, we have a lot of cookies now. We can buy mines. But, let's first see what we can do about, if this works or it does not work. So, ba-boom. Here is our window, our terminal to do the thing. Oh, it's taking a really long time. Oh, okay. Press enter. Yep, it bought us mines. Yep. I realize now that I don't know if it's going to the thing or not until we close the everything, because we don't have any sort of indicator on this one like the other one where it was actually printing to the screen every time. So I guess we'll have to stop and just see whether or not those went to the news files and the grandma files. On the assumption, again, that it actually generated news files and grandma files. Okay, so we end the thing. Oh, that's another thing we still have to implement. Our cookie looker, which that one seems like it's gonna be difficult because that, if you notice that cookie when it was coming up, it changes size, but then it also like, doesn't stay in a singular position, so I actually don't know if our little piece of thingamabob, the little picture that we took, is useful, since we can't do what we've done on every single other one, which is just, hey, here's a picture of set thing. Just click wherever you know that thing is. But that'll be a problem when it comes. Also, did you see that? Did you see how it was just NWS? It wasn't even news? Oh, that's frustrating. That's frustrating. You're gonna mess everything up. Do you know do your cookies contain nurse sharks? Wait, what? Anyways, I'm on the assumption as well that in this code right now, what we're actually going to end up getting is that grandma in news went multiple times. It just boo 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 boo. Because we didn't compare it to a pre-existing string already in the news or whatever. In the news. But in any case, let us open our news text and our grandma text. So we did get a grandma.txt and we got a news.txt. Oh, grandmas didn't say anything. Grandma didn't tell us anything during that time. But the news, man, the news definitely did. And so at least yeah. And like I said, every single time it saw something that started with news, it was like, ah! But man, now that I know that they fat finger typoed it, maybe I don't want to look for news. Maybe I just want to look for, what's it called? A colon. That's what they're called. I was gonna say the double dot, but the double dot is not, I mean, I guess that's not what it is. But yeah, Oh, and they just appended it to the end of this existing file. So I am under the assumption that we should do this again, because I want to actually see if the grandma one goes into the grandma file. So we'll just sit back and do the thing, and we can have a nice talk. I mean, I know, you must be thinking, how does this person not get tired of their own voice? And it's really just like it's a coping mechanism. You just have to like Stockholm syndrome the voice and you get used to it. So don't worry guys, it happens with time. Either that or you just give up on this channel, which again, I'm perfectly okay with. I don't know how you found it or why you're watching. How are you here? Why are you watching? Unless you want to help me be better, in which case, please do. I am obviously a very bad coder, hence look at the everything that is currently going on, since I have a subpar understanding. Actually, okay, I want to continue the conversation, was it last week or the week before? I was talking about how I found out with the Google Home, you can tell it to do multiple languages, but you can't do Chinese, but you can do Japanese, and then if you do Chinese, you can only do one language, but if you do Japanese, you can do multiples. But obviously, I was defaulting my thing to English already, and so I already had all of my Google Homes bounded to that. And then after I had made it like dual language, none of them listened to me, and it was really weird. And I just dealt with it because, you know, that's the type of individual I am. When it's not working, I just say, oh well, that's weird, and keep going. Obviously, there is lots of evidence already of this. But in any case, so one day I was just randomly clicking on the little application-y things, and I realized that it had unsynced itself. But then it gets weirder. Now my Google Homes don't pay attention to me unless I ask it first to pay attention like a Japanese person. It's very weird. And like, I don't want to change it because I don't know if I'll be able to change it back to dual language, so I've just been dealing with it. But it's kind of weird, because, okay, wait a second. Let me demonstrate. Hey Google, what's 10 plus 2? 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 Okay Google, what's 10 plus 2? Hey, Google, yo, pay attention to me. Okie dokie. Well, obviously that doesn't work. But if I go, nah, Google, what's 10 plus 2? 10
plus 2 is 12.
She responded. I actually don't know if you could hear it. But it's really weird because I don't even have to like say the next part in Japanese. I could say it in English, and she responds, but only if I start it like a Japanese person, which is very weird. I don't know how she suddenly decided that like, oh yeah, you can't. I'm not gonna pay attention unless you're speaking Japanese, but like the following words, they don't matter. They can be the anything. It's weird. But but she can like answer questions in what's it called? Japanese. It's just that, you know. What should I say? What type of things, can I say? I mean, how do you say 10 plus 2? ねえ Google 10から2は何ですか？Spotify ねえ Google ストップねえ Google ストップねえ Google ストップ I ain't got the license for that. I don't want to get sued for a thing that I'm not getting money for. She wanted to start playing music. Okay, no more playing with Google. Man, Google, you're just trying to make people mad at me for no reason. How long have we been doing this? I lost track because of this Google stuff. But I feel like it's at least long enough that the grandma must have said something by now. Because I wasn't paying attention to the screen because I was too busy looking in the general direction of Google and trying to scream at it. So, let's see. Well, apparently it's not enough that anything else happened. Oh, but your cookies are worth a lot of money, so that's nice. I guess my cookies are worth monies. But here, let's open these files. And boop boop boop. There's the story text, there is the news text, and there is the grandma text. Cool! So that means that either of those work. So either using the function here with the asking it to do news at the beginning, or to have it do it like a string array. I actually don't know which faster in terms of computation time, because again, I'm not really smart. I'm going to assume that this one is faster because you're just manipulating a string, versus this one here you're gonna have to do multiple times. But also, since I'm already here, we can see whether or not these repeat. So let's see. My upcoming album contains 3 songs about cookies. No one hasn't said that. Man found dead after ingesting cookie. What? I mean, that's like saying a man found dead after breathing air. Anyways, doctors recommend twice daily consumption of fresh cookies. Man, I like that doctor. Can that doctor be my doctor? Yeah. Cookie farms release harmful chocolate in our rivers, says scientists. Wow. Did that actually happen? Where, like, the text got cut off? Did that happen? Oh, I missed it. But also, what does this mean? So I guess that's a thing now. Scientists comments on sede palere. What does this mean? Sede palette ray. What does that mean? What does that mean? Also, the news cheers as legislators finally outlaw lack of cheerfulness. Okay, says interviewed orangutan. Movie canceled from lack of actors. Everyone at home. Eating cookies. Women's director. Okay. So, it doesn't look like any of them repeat, at least for the news. So we can say that for the news, it doesn't matter. It's fine. We can have a last news thing, which is good because that's a shorter computation than looking through the entire file. Versus grandma, we already saw before, grandma just repeats the same things over and over. And this old lady is just, man, this old lady. So, we'll do two things. The first one is that for the news function, we're going to double check all of the news. That sounds dumb. I don't know why once the words started coming out of my mouth, it just sounded not correct. But you know, let me start over entirely because I have no idea what I'm trying to say. With the news, what we can say is that we can compare that to the last line just like we're doing for the story text. On the other side, with our grandmother, we're going to have to read every single line in the grandma.txt file, and then in that file, we're going to, blah, blah, blah. We are going to, I hate when I do that, where I shake it, because I'm just, like, trying to do a thing, and it closes the everything. So yeah, the news, grandma, story, Visual Studio, the OBS. Cool. That one you guys haven't seen, mostly because I always want to have it so that I can see what I'm asking you guys to see. That way I make sure I actually change you to the actual screen, unlike the times before where I just say, hey, look at this thing, and I haven't changed it back. This is another tangent. In any case, we're going to have grandma do all of this. But since we're doing that, and earlier we were talking about the computation time of things, this is probably a time that we should go back to this. And so when we're doing an open, we're doing an open A. I'm assuming A is for all, like read, write, execute. But I don't know if that's necessarily, if that's the fastest, since we're slowly adding more and more things on. Oh my god. Here. That's what it actually says. A for writing, appending to the end of file if it exists. Oh, never mind. So that's best. A for append. Huh. Anyways, so that means we'll want to do RA. Got it. So, RA for the grandma text. Oh, I have a plan for this later. I'm already thinking big, like, we're totally going to nail this time. Just like, you know, every time I have a plan, we nail it. First try, super good. When really, it's not true. We definitely don't. Okay, so I should stop thinking about things that we haven't even got to yet. So yeah, anyways, so we have this last text. So we're gonna change last text to last story. Last story. Last story. Last story. And then I can't even find the thing. Oh, here. Last story. Fine. So it's last text. Cool. So there's no other instances. Actually, we could, we're using Visual Studio, so I could have just used the replace tool. But it's too late, because I already manually went and did it all. So, now that we have our last story, we're going to want to do another one, but instead of last story, this one is going to be last news. It was mad for a bit, and then it unmatted itself, so I don't know what happened. Cool. Last news. Last news is also blank. Last news. And then we'll check. Let's do some nested ifs. I mean, we're already doing some nested ifs, but let's do additional nested ifs. So here we're saying first, only takes the only take the text if it is white. Then we're saying if this, else this, else this. But since we're checking it multiple times, the entire text string, I think we should do an or. So if the text is last story or news thing, then do that. Yeah. Okay. So, yes. I want to do an or. Python. If string equal A or B. Something like that. Yep. Yeah, I don't know. It's like, that's exactly what I wanted to know. This does not do what you expect. Which is always true since string 2 is a true value because it has a value. Okay, so that answers that question. So there are two alternatives. If var in string 1, comma string 2. I like the way that this one looks, so I kind of just want to do this one. I don't know if it'll actually work the way that I'm thinking it'll work, but why not? Okay, so last news equals text. Okay, so we're going to say gonna take this, we're gonna do this, and then we're going to indent the entire thing. Oh, it didn't like any of that. Oh, it doesn't like any of that. Oh, it doesn't like any of that. Oh no. Why is it so mad? Oh, why is it so mad? Why is it so mad? Oh, look how mad it is. Unexpected token. What token? What token? What is the token? What token? What are you talking about? Okay, we'll just undo everything. Oh my god, it's so mad. I don't know what made you so mad? Okay, it unmatted itself. Okay, I don't know what happened. Okay. Man. Okay, so if text is in last story or last news, then if news starts with news, then we can say that last news is equal to text. And then we write the news to text. And then we get rid of this, because that's not true. And then we do an else. Okay, I don't know what happened differently. Here. Yeah. It didn't get extra mad. I don't know what we did different this time. But you know, word. Okay. And so that should cover whether or not it is a news story or the last story. And then it puts it in the news. Puts it in the news. Just for consistency. And then we gotta think about our grandmas. So, thinking about our grandmas, we're gonna say, how do we compare to every line in a text document? Compare string to every line in text file. Text file, compare lines in a file with string. Yeah, agreed. Match found. Import server. He got Patrick. Print done. If line, print line. What? Oh, I don't get it. It says, file open xx.in. I don't know what a .in is. What is a .in? Is it different than a normal txt file? Showing the new line can be left, I guess the thing that I don't understand is that he's using our strip and he's just and then he starts talking about strip, but this guy never used strip. Should I be using strip? Is that a thing? Was that the thing I was supposed to be getting out of this? Hey, use strip? Yo, please strip. Like, am I supposed to strip? Man, I just realized this is the internet. That's gonna be taken out of context. They'll be like, wow, yes, definitely strip. No. In Python, please. Thank you. Compare line by line. No, you're thinking of like beyond compare, where you compare the two rows. No. Search strings in a file and get number lines. Yes. Like this. Check if string in file. Da-da-da. So there's no way to do it without doing a for loop? But also I'm confused because this guy here is, apparently they got the answer. And the other person said, oh, I didn't get it at all. So we'll keep this to the side. Basically, because I don't want to assume that this for loop is the only way, because that's gonna murder computation time. So instead, we will keep looking to see if there is possibly something else. What is this one? This is the dash pointer. So, this was Stack Overflow. Stack Overflow is back. It's back from maintenance. Our world is saved. I don't know why I didn't notice that earlier. Anyways. Yeah. No wait, this is, yeah, that's the this. This is the this pointer. Geeks for geeks. Let's just, open all of them and see what people say. Yep, learning Python is too simple. Learning Python is so easy. This is, yeah. Read lines. Read lines. That seems like a... Ah! I don't know why that makes me think. Is it better to keep a file open or to open and close it Python? You should definitely try to open and close the file as little as possible, because even comparing a read-write file, it is more file open-close is far more expensive. Consider the two blocks. This one takes this time. This one takes that time. Keep it open the whole time. Okay. It was a random thought. Okay, let's keep going. Compare every line in the file with itself. Wait, what? Oh, comparing a line, like, to see if the first line in the file is already in the file. Got it. Got it. I get what you're saying. This file will be converted to a list. How to convert each line in text file to a list. No. That's not what I want. But yeah, that thank you. Text wrap. So I think the things that I'm most that has stood out to me is this read line function. So let's look more into that. So read line Python. So yes, please tell me about read line. Read line method returns one line from file. Really? Oh, let's read lines. Read lines. Okay. Read line contains a list containing each. Yeah. So why would you need this other thing the one that I had already closed because it didn't it didn't do the things. Why would you do that? Why would you do that if this function already exists? Cool. So anyways, definition and usage. The read lines method returns a list containing each line in the file as a list item. Cool. I wonder if we can just use the thing that we have already been using. So if we go back to here and we say, hey, if text is in this, but we don't do that. We say if text is in grandma.text and then dot read lines. Like that. I wonder if that'll work. But also, what we've seen is that grandmas are just not talking to us very much right now. So, as much as I want to test this immediately, I think we're not going to be able to test it immediately. The best option is to go ahead and try to do the other problem that I talked about before, so that we can have multiple upgrades, and then we'll be having Grandma talk about things while it's running later, because I don't want to reset everything since I want to keep testing the new stuff. But the other problem is, of course, that even though we're doing all of the upgrades here, man, we got a lot of cookies. What we're not doing is buying any of these upgrades. So, actually, maybe I'm a liar. Maybe I'm a liar. Let's restart. Even though I got L clicker, which was like a perfect for us, because L squared, I didn't even have to change it this time. Anyways, you want to wipe your save? Yes, please. Yeah, do it. Cool. Awesome. Okay. So, I'm actually kind of lazy, because I've gotten it to do the things for so long. So we will go back to this. Hello. And we'll just make our code do the thing for us. Yep. Oh, it didn't like that. Oh, it errored on a thing that we didn't, I didn't think that it was gonna get mad at. Oh, look, I completely forgot we did that. So, well, good old-fashioned Google. Python open read write, so it's not just that. Python open read write. Da, 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 da. Oh. Interesting. If you, okay. We'll just do the plus. We got it. We will plus. Okay. Okay. Boo-boo. Let us go again. Let's have our grandma do the thing. And with the clicky cookies. Bum bum bum. I should have deleted the files. I mean, I guess I have time to do it now. It hasn't done the start. But we gotta close these or else it's gonna be mad. It'll be real mad. Okay. Let's delete these because I don't want you appending to a thing that's already there. So that's actually one of the things that I was thinking of. That being, it should be that it asks you to use existing files or if you would like to wipe those files. But again, that's assuming we even get that far. So yeah. Let's just get something that works. So that's interesting. Unlike the A, the R plus doesn't it doesn't do. Man. Huh. I think we should go back to the hovering over and see what it says. Let's see. Let's see. Open for writing, appending to the end if file exists. The default is RT. What did it say? Yeah, there's no... What if I did an A? What if the, because you see in this example, it says R plus whatever. Even though the other guy was like, oh, just do a plus. That was clearly a lie. So we'll just see if it errors in the same place. If it gets there one day. Yeah, no, must have exactly one of create, read, write, append mode. What? Okay. Okay. So append doesn't, okay. The X mode implies W and raises a file exists error if already exists. So does W not? I don't know. I'm made of many curious. I am a curious individual, as one might say. No, it still doesn't like that. Back to Google. 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 Open file. Oh, no, let's close this. Oh. Open file for oh wait. This one says use A plus. Let's try that. Okay. Go. Go, go, pepper punches. Do. Okay, yeah, no. So that one, definitely. And then it got mad. Also, I forgot to add the thing to the place, but we can fix that too. We're just doing all the fixes here while we are doing the thing. Since this is the first time we ran this code. Cool. Awesome. Okay. Now, let's go. I'm really just trying to get us to the point where we get the first upgrade. There. So I ended it. So it's doing the thing now. And now I just want to click it until I can buy one but not the other. Actually, wow, I think that is... Actually, is that a bad idea? Well, it's too late. I've already done it. So listen to me do the clicky clickies. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, so we're going to use our trusty snipping tool, and then we are going to boop, boop, snip this, and then we are going to open in Paint. Or not. It's just not. Okay, cool. So, what I'm curious about is, they are. If they're, I didn't know if there were different colors, but the more concerning thing is not that they're different colors. Now that I'm looking at it, nah, them being different colors would be too easy. The fact is, this background's so many colors. Look at this. Watch this jump around. Look how many colors there are. Why are there so many colors here? There's so many colors! Why are there so many colors? But in any case, this is also very many colors. Unhappy sauce. Unhappy. And also, the other question is, if this color, these colors, same as these colors. Okay. So... Okay, so my original idea is not viable, which is that we take the colors here and then we find them here, because they could be any of the colors. But there's a different thing. We can look at the rim, because I thought at first that these borders here were the same color shades as this when it's lit up, so it would just always be trying to click on those. But it's not, and even if it was, it's not. That made sense. It's not, and even if it was, it isn't. No. What the important part of this is that we can do it one of two ways, and I'm thinking the best way for us in this moment is probably to do it the same way that we do the cookie. And so, actually I don't know if that's true. How much to turn this also on? I guess we can run our code again. So let's run the code again, because why not? So, time to run the code again. So, code, please do the clicky clickies while I do the stary staries. And then we just want two things to be lit up and available. So it's now another talking. You know, oddly enough, I keep saying you'll say that's my favorite phrase or something, but I'm gonna jinx it if I say this, but I'm gonna say it anyways. This has gone relatively smooth. There has been not as many, man, I have no idea what's happening. Let's hope it's not exploding, this time. So, that's positive. On the other side of the coin, it's just because it's been going so positive, I've been having so many ideas, like, oh, we could do this, we could do that. But, I have to get through everything else. If I wasn't trying to pace myself such that I'm doing this project at like a reasonable amount, because then I feel like I burn out like a lot of people do when they start hobbies or do other things. I'd probably just do a really long stream instead of sticking to like the 2 to 3 hours. Just to get all the way to the end of it. But I know a lot of people's resolutions, they don't end up going through with it because they're like, oh, I don't feel like doing that thing anymore because I'm not interested, I did so much of that, blah, blah, blah. But like doing it at like a regulated amount and telling myself that I have to do it, I gotta be accountable. Hence why I'm posting it on the internet for everyone to shame. Really makes it so that I'm continuing to do this, because we're already in February now, and so that's already beating a lot of people on their New Year's resolutions. This resolution of mine to learn to be a better coder and things like that. The only thing about that, though, is because I am always thinking about like, wow, I could have done this, or I want to do this. It really makes me feel like I'm not doing enough. Maybe I could stream more often. That's a thing I could do. But also, like I like to say, nobody would pay me to do this. I don't know why any of you, if there are people watching, are watching. Because, like, man, A, I'm not entertaining, but B, I got a real job. Well, that's to say YouTubers or streamers are fake jobs, which isn't true. They've got a real job, too. It's just that, my job is not doing this. I would definitely stream more often if I had more free time. Like a job that didn't just, you know, require every bit of my life force. But instead, I'm stuck doing that and thinking, man, how can I improve that thing, that project that I'm working on? This, like, man. But I guess they say, you should do what you love. So maybe if I love to do this, eventually things will just go so well that, I don't know. I genuinely don't know. I wouldn't employ someone who learned to code by clicking the cookie clickers. Although this isn't the end goal. The end goal is not to just do cookie clicker. I definitely by now thought that we would be beyond cookie clicker, but I think I A, underestimated cookie clicker, and then B, made this project a lot harder than it had to be. I'm sure that other people just make like clickers and then they don't make it do some sort of process on the thing so that it does the image, and instead it just like, there's probably an optimized way to do this. And again, it's probably because I ain't smart, so I don't know what that is. But man, I have so many ideas to just like make this the optimize clicker, but I don't want to run myself into the ground so that I end up not doing it. Man, you know what they say? Actually, I don't think anyone says that. It just started sounding like words that I've made up, but like, you know, passion projects. They're not a passion project if you're not passionate about it. But no, really, what is the pink MacGuffin? What's it called? Cursor? Hand? What is the pink hand? What value is that at? Because we're just waiting around for the pink hand to turn the clickable, buyable pink so that I can take another snippy snip. Come on. You got it. You could go faster. Please, do the do. Let's see. Dun dun dun. Oh yeah. Since we were talking about threading and writing to files and things like that, earlier, which if what I think works for the update, that'll just be immediately what we go straight into. Another thing that I'm thinking of is, instead of taking so many screenshots of the screen, we should make threads in a way such that it takes the screenshot once, and then it divvies out each image to specific threads so that they can figure out whether or not they're going to do it simultaneously or not. But that's very different than the other thread that we're doing, which goes by itself, and it just does, and you just can't stop it. Oh, it's 500. I missed it. No. Okay. We'll do the click itself. I mean, I guess I should have assumed that it was 500. 500 makes sense. But in any case, now I gotta click myself. Oh, God. Come on. Get to 500. Yeah, almost there. Come on. Cool. Okay. Okie dokie. So, let's snip again with our snippy tool. So, snippy tool. New snippy tool. Snippy this thing, please. Thank you. Then let's post this back into here. Expand the canvas, sure. So what I want to see is that if I take the snippet of here, so if I take this little cornery piece, right? And then I compare it to this cornery piece. Is it the exact same, like, pixel per pixel? Oh, it looks like it. Oh, it totally looks like it. That seems like the best option. Yeah. Okay, so they just use the same frame for everything. So, oh, wait. Compare it this way. Okay, so the best option is to just do the same thing we did with the cookie, but with this corner. So, this one. There, crop to selection. So, now that we have this corner, we know that if this corner of this color exists and it is there, you buy that upgrade. And we're going to say that we prioritize these sorts of upgrades first because they make the upgrades that we've already bought better. Cool. Awesome. So we can save that, and then we can go back to our code. So going back to our code, wait, we should probably save it first or else it's not as, it doesn't work. Save it. Oh no, where's the file location? Yes, here. Cool. What should I call it? Upgrade. Upgrade.png. Okay. So, now that we have our upgrade.png, we have our upgrade.png, so we can do something like this. Still never use CV2. Pi auto GUI. We did this so that we could see whether or not it existed. Right. So that's how we found our cookie. So let us go back to the other screen and look at the documentation. Close this. No more snippies. No snippy snippy. Pie auto gooey up. Pie auto gooey. Welcome to Pie Auto GUI. Actually, what is that? Try? Try Python? Try accept. When an error occurs, or an exception as we call it, Python will normally stop and generate. The try will generate an exception because X is not defined. Finally. So, try. Open this. Oh, wait. Try, open this. Something went wrong. Finally, close. Okay. Raise an exception. As a developer, you can throw exceptions if a condition occurs. If not, type this. Can I just do a try and then not care? Does a try have to have an accept? Does try have to accept? Try without accept. Yeah. The try statement in Python is used as a test block for exceptions, and the accept is used to handle those. Okay, so if it does, we can just pass. So what we can do then is we can go to here, and we have we can do a try and accept. So by upgrade. Okay. Try. Try this. Oh. Try, click, upgrade.png. Accept. So, if that doesn't do that, then please try do this. Right? Yeah, that sounds about right. So please try to upgrade if it is there. Otherwise, if not there, then see if you can buy other thing and click if exist. Yeah, that makes sense. Why is this still here? We don't need to save that anymore. Cool. Also, we can delete this, since we're going around deleting unnecessary comments. We're still also not using a main, but one day we'll do it. Someone should tell me the reason as to why. I understand that definitely for like importing things into other things and doing multi-file things, but when you're just running a thing, why would you not just like say, hey, do this, and that does it? I don't know the difference. But in any case, especially because when in examples they just show you, and then I don't know why you would do the thing where they're like, oh, if the name is equal to the main. I don't even know if that's actually what it is, but Yeah, I don't know why they do that. They just do. And I don't know why, but they do. So yeah. Anyways, when pretending that I don't talk like a crazy person, there's actually probably a couple of things that we can check as well before we keep running on with this code. And the first is going to be our grandma file, because our grandmas were talking. And or at least I'm assuming they were talking. So we should be able to see what they said. Okay, never mind. I'm a dirty little liar because, I mean, why did none of these let me open them? What happened? What? That's weird. No, really, that's actually weird. It has never done that before. Weird. That's weird. Why did it do that? That's weird. Okay, we'll have to fix the thing that was working. Again. That's weird. Why did it do that? What? It was just working. That's weird. Okay. Okay. Anyways, let's go. Maybe there's something wrong with our logic. I know what's wrong with our logic. I immediately got it. Let's go back. As I was clicking the start, I realized what's wrong with our It's not. We needed a not. If it's not in here, then write it. That's why it didn't work. Anyways, I don't know how I didn't notice that. But, now we do. Your girl dumb, right? Like, remember, you're not watching this because Elle's a good coder. You're watching this because Elle's big dumb. And you want to watch someone ride the struggle bus. Okay. Oh, yeah, so it's buying the upgrades now. Okay. It's buying the upgrades. Ah! Yeah, and it didn't kill it when it, what's it called? When it bought the thing. Yeah. Yeah. I also realized the thing, but I don't know, I just realized a thing. But we can't undo it. We just realized the thing, and we can't undo it. And the thing was, I think that the news actually showed up. The news actually showed up even before we had bought a cookie farm. I don't know if that's true. No. Yeah. Now I'm curious. Oh, but look how much faster, because now every time we click, it's 4 cookies. Because we bought all those upgrades. Man, I'm really proud that we have done work, guys. But also now, I've got a big curiosity. So we're gonna satiate that curiosity first. So, let's end this. And then we're going to wipe this. Wipe this. Yes. Yeah, do it. Okay. And then also, we're gonna check our files, and we're gonna see that, oh, they actually wrote this time. Grandma didn't say anything. Grandma's not talking to us. Man, the dangers of homemade cookies. So dangerous. But yeah, I might have been on a wrong tree, because I think it was doing everything, it was doing everything. It was giving news, even without us having bought a farm yet. So, the obvious way to test that is going to be by just making it so that we don't buy any upgrades. So we'll just comment out the upgrades. So we'll comment out the upgrades. And then we'll just let this bad boy do it the old-fashioned way. Just manually clicking cookies like its life depends on it. Okay, go. Okay. So, in any case, so is it true that Cookie Clicker was really, it was originally a, what is it called? What is the word called? Oh yeah, a crypto mining thing? Like, whoever made this made it so that they were using people's GPUs to mine for crypto. I can't remember. I just remember that at some point I had met a person and they were letting Cookie Clicker just go for so long, and it was taking so much of their thing that their room was just getting so hot because of cookies. Because of Cookie Clicker! It was crazy. Man. Like, I don't know. I feel like that's a crazy obsession. Cookie Clicker. That's crazy. Who likes Cookie Clicker that much? I mean, Cookie Clicker's great and all, but obviously, if I wanted to play Cookie Clicker, I wouldn't be writing this code, because this is not even arguably 20 times harder than actually just playing Cookie Clicker. But that just feels like a waste of my time. To like sit around and just spam the Cookie Clicker myself, when one day I could just leave it running and come back, and I know the story of Cookie Clicker. Also, I don't know if Cookie Clicker ever ends, which is another thing. I don't know. So maybe it's always possible that I'm saying this and it's not possible. But yeah. I don't know. Also, I'm trying to think of what the next plan of action is as far as this Cookie Clicker. If this ever ends, we're not just eventually becoming the Cookie Clicker coding interface channel of YouTube. If we ever get to another project, because I become unobsessed with just maximizing this Cookie Clicker code, I wonder what the next project would be. Because originally, when I was thinking about this, does anybody remember curse.com? I remember when I used to play World of Warcraft, you could go on Curse and you could download add-ons so that you could basically be better at World of Warcraft than you naturally were for things like that. And so, really, that's kind of what I was imagining. I want to get to that level where it's not just I have to be in a specific position in order for me to use this thing to make me good at the game. I want it so that I write a piece of code, and when I boot up the game is like, would you like to play with this piece of code that you've done? And I'll say, yes. Please let me play with this piece of code so that I am better. Of course, that's also, I'd only want to do it for single-player games then, because I wouldn't want to have that unfair advantage. But one day we will get to that point where we're just making interfaces to games so that we just play better. One of the things that I want to do it for is Genshin Impact. Because, man, Genshin, I don't know, maybe It's not maybe. I am definitely in the minority. Everybody loves Genshin Impact. And like, they're like, oh, I have so much stuff. Yeah, but, I don't know. Genshin Impact was fun with the characters and the waifus and like, all of that stuff. But also at the same time, like, I could never level up my people because you have to go around fighting and picking up things, and that's so much work. And also sometimes you would like press a button in order to pick something up, but it sometimes didn't register the first time, and then you just walk off, and so you just bought a bunch of hilly churls and you didn't get anything for it. So I would just want something that makes sure I pick up everything, because man, there are so many people with that. Oh, frenzy. Let's buy some grandmas and stuff. Yeah. Oh, it's not gonna do it because it's probably like, oh. There is no. Yeah, it's gonna say there's no cookie because this cookie is sparkly. Man, I know I gotta click it myself. Just because I wanted to click the golden cookie. No, you guys, you'll have to suffer. Listen to it. Listen to this. You are suffer. You are made of suffer. You are suffer. Call me, Grandma says. Call me. Oh, I'm no longer on this thing. How long is this? Oh, there's a little timer in the top. That's cute. Little cookie timer. Come give Grandma a kiss. Weird, Grandma, but okay. Is that? Okay, Grandma. If you insist. Okay. Now we can ask the code to run again. Okay. Please click for us again. Man, words. Okay. Okay. And again, this is still the code where we're not buying any upgrades. Because there it is! News! Comedian forced to cancel cookie routine due to unrelated indigestion. So yeah, it definitely, it's definitely of the cookies, the cookies variety. Words. News is still part of the story. So we have to, even though we wrote that portion of code and we found out the great thing, it was worthless. It was a waste of time. But it was that's it. That's the entire thing. It was just a waste of time. I kind of want to make it a side branch at this point because it works. Yeah. Yeah, let's do that. Yeah, so we'll just add it to Git as like a side branch. But in any case, man, all that work to make the news work, it was a waste of time. How fun. Okay, well, if that's the case, we will. We'll make a branch. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. And by we're gonna do, I mean, here's what I'm gonna do. The part that matters the most to me is this part, because I don't think I'm gonna remember that that's what we did. Okay. So now we just, if text is not in less story, that Yep, I agree. It's gonna say there's too many, then we get rid of this, and then we do the, no news. None of that. None of this. And then we also get rid of this. Save it. So, last story. Get changes. And we're going to commit these things. So we'll add modification. Wait, cookie.png changed? Did cookie.png change? I don't know what it did, but we're just not gonna change it. So yeah, the Python code, yeah, that changed. And then we don't want that. Ignore this item. Also, ignore this item. Add this. Add this. I don't know what happened here. Yeah, undo changes. Are you sure? Yes. Cool. What happened here? I don't know. But I'm assuming that the project doesn't work unless you do it. Cool. Any case, what are we going to say about this, commit? The commit is going to be commit. No. What should the commit message be? So we, added upgrades. Added upgrades. And also, separated grandma's kind words into her own file for posterity. But, yeah, I don't know what those are called. Those are the upgrades to the upgrades. So yeah, upgrades. Good enough for me. Yep. So we'll, yep, commit this. Cool. Now we're gonna make a branch. New branch. What should we call this branch? We're gonna call this, separated news. I apologize. Separated news text. Why? Because we did a lot of work. Great. Just to make separated news text. It is making a new one. Cool. So while it's doing that, we can take the portion of the things that we did, and we are going to add it there. Oh, there. And then we're going to add this back in. And we're going to add it back in here. And we're going to add it back in here. And we're going to add it here. Oh, I didn't delete it over the other one. Oh no. Now we're gonna have to fix that. Whatever. Needs the text. Yeah. I agree with this. Let me save. Now, we should probably test if we work, because, if it works, because it's never gonna happen again. So, it's never gonna happen again, probably never going to mess with this branch again. It's just there because so much effort was put into the branch. But yeah, in any case, well, into those couple lines of code versus into that branch. But yeah, let's see. Cool. It's, all of the things are based off of the reading and the not other things. No, the not other things. It's all based on the reading and the not other things. On not upgrading. So it's fine that I forgot to uncomment in the please upgrade. But I should do that before I commit it. So, but yeah, it didn't air, and there were news and not news stories. So I think that this is a success. So we go back. So we'll go back to here, and then we comment this back in. Cool. And then we save it, and then we can add this. And we said, the sad, wasted effort of separating news when the news was the story the whole time. Then we stage the commit. Cool. And then, I guess we'll push everything. Boop. Man, it's taking a while. Cool. Now let's go back to master. Cool. Okie dokie. So now that we saved that, and now that we're not separating the news anymore, and we need to get rid of this because I forgot to get rid of that one. Cool. Okay. So now let's go back to the thing. Which of the many things did I say? Right. I said right like that meant anything. Especially now that we know that using this A+, you don't even have to ask whether or not you want to overwrite. Oh, I mean, I guess we can still ask. Anyways, that's not... No. 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 Wait, I just noticed a thing. You see... Here, we never opened upgrade.png, so we don't need to open this. Do I ever use this? No, just cookie. Just cookie as is. Cookie. No. No, we don't. We're just gonna... Cool. I don't know why I randomly noticed that. Interesting. Okay, so, continuing onwards, like that wasn't a really random sidetrack. Actually, I'm pretty curious about this too. Why is it that these globals... I think it's because this is this under the assumption that this is global static and these are globals that you can edit? So at this point, because on these, we were saying, hey, you don't have to do it. But this one, we're saying, hey, I want to edit that. Yeah. Anyways, again, we need to go back to this upgrade by thing. Why are we doing this? Why are we passing this screen so many times? Instead, what I think we should do is we take this. So we grab it once, and then we give screen into here. And then we go into here. And then we take screen. So that we're not grabbing screen so many times. And because these are local screens, it won't affect the other screen. So I think that'll still work. But there's nothing quite like trying to see whether it will. So, let us go back and test the code. So, let's go. Doop. Doop doo. Let's go. Come on. Dun, 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 dun. Press enter to continue. Okay. Buying some cookie mines. Oh, that's interesting. I don't know why they're not buying cookie farms. Oh, I think I'm doing this in the... wow, I don't know if we ever would have noticed that before. So it's not doing it so far as the most, in the up-down direction. It's doing the most in the left-right direction. Oh, that's a fix. We'll have to fix that. That's gotta be fixed. I don't know how, well, I know how we didn't notice it before, because it always starts with the lower number. It's like 10, 20, 100, whatever. But, yeah. In any case, now we're doing the pass it a value, does the stuff, yada yada. Look at it, go, doing the thing, pass the value, give it the things. I think that's long enough. So, wait. Why am I even asking whether or not it's long enough? Obviously it worked, or else it wouldn't be correctly buying upgrades. You know what? Again, not the brightest individual. I am just an individual. So yeah. We can definitely say that worked. Man, we're just going through things. Cool. In any case. Ooh. Okay, so now that we've looked at that and our thing is actually passing the screen, so it's not always taking so many screen pictures. Let's first figure out what we're doing. Okay, so let's see. Index, crop left, index, upgrade, crop left, crop top. Upgrades. Argware. Argmax 1. We want Argmax 0. I don't know how to test this. I don't know how to make it more of one in a lower column than the other of that color. I don't know. I do not know. I don't know. I am unsure. I'm made of not aware. I do not know. Is 0 even the correct one? I forgot what index out looks like, but I also know it's terrifying looking. So I don't know if I actually want to... I would rather just test it, to be honest. Okay. I guess we'll just have to do our own sort of setup on something or another. We'll buy lots of these. Grandma, go faster. Faster, grandmother. Oh! Actually, I do know. We can do a function that we never do. Which is sell things. Cool. Right? Oh no, that didn't. I should have sold these. Thank you. But in any case. Oh no, it's the other way around. Wait. I don't know what I'm doing. Again, I don't know what I'm doing. We're just gonna sell everything. We're just gonna sell everything. Sell everything. Thank you. Okay. Now I can do a setup to okay. Buy a lot of these. Nope. Buy more of these. Yeah. And then while you're doing that, man, now I gotta wait for 4,000 to come by. I don't even know if this is going to be less than that, actually. 4,000, come. Please. Man, there's probably a smarter way to do all of this. I just don't know. Again, not an intelligent individual. Not necessarily made of smart. Fine, I will assist you in the cookie creation process because this is going too slow. This is going too slow. Okay. So the stuff at the bottom, is that supposed to be milk? Is the implication that everyone like dunks their cookies into milk and it's all milk at the bottom? Actually, wait, can I just, maybe I bought too many of these. Is that it? Wait, what? Oh no, I was being dumb. I was like, how did... Ignore me. I'm a dumb person. Okay, so now I should be able to, for this immediate thing, so long as this doesn't come up. Oh no, it did. Okay, so now I have to wait again. Finding this edge case is very hard. Man, edge case. Edge case. Edge case. Okay. No, oh, no, wait. No, it did the thing. It bought the grandma this time instead. Yes. Nice. It got grandma instead. I thought we were going to do some threading stuff because that's what I said, and I thought we were going to get there, but that was apparently a lie. But we did a lot of things. I'm actually pretty proud of us. Fixed a couple bugs that we never would have noticed unless we were using this code wrong, but you know, stress test or something? Yeah, something like that. In any case, I think that is enough for today. This is, man, I'm actually pretty proud of this. We did a lot for this code. But also, I'm sure there could have been a better way to do it. And if you think that you can do better, because I'm sure you can, you know what you can do. You can go over to GitHub, send me a comment, send me a tweet, do any sort of anything. Just tell me how to improve, because the purpose of this is not to be great, it's not to be awesome, it is to become a better coder. You and me in it together, guys. We're gonna be best. We're gonna do it. We're gonna make sure that we understand the stuff. So, until